Okay everyone, welcome back to my class. So today we're going to be looking at a new pattern of expansion and factorization. So when you see a pattern such as this, we call this the difference of two squares expansion pattern. So what we have are same numbers out in the same positions, and we have a positive and a negative in the two brackets. So we need the same set of numbers in each position of each bracket, and two, we need a different sign in each bracket. And if we expand this using FOIL, we will see that we obtain a times a, then we obtain minus ab, then we have a positive ab, then negative b squared, because we have a positive b and a negative b multiplying. Cool, so if we just simplify this down, we get a squared, and then the ab's in the center cancel out because we have a negative ab and a positive ab. So then all we're left with is a squared minus b squared. So what we can do is use this result to come up with a quick and simple procedure to solve problems of this form. So we now have x minus 3 and x plus 3. What I know is that the order of multiplication does not matter. So this is the exact same as saying x plus 3 times by x minus 3, which looks an awfully lot like this pattern here. So what I can do is jump straight to this step. So what I can do is just pick out the numbers in each position. Okay. I can throw them straight into our two squares with a subtract in between. Okay, so we always end up with a subtract or a minus sign in between. So all I do is I place my numbers x and 3 inside these squares. So all I get as a net result is x squared take 3 squared, which is 9. So that's a much more simple and straightforward shortcut than using FOIL. So whenever I see this pattern of same numbers in the same positions in two sets of brackets with a negative and a positive sign in each bracket, then I can jump straight to this solution. So this is very helpful when we start getting more complicated expressions. So if I now have 2x plus 5 and 2x minus 5 in a set of brackets. So doing FOIL on this may be quite complex. So what we want to do is just use our nice shortcut to go straight to our solution. So now all I have to do is place my 2x inside this square bracket and then my 5 in the second square bracket. Then I just square each number inside the bracket, because when I have two different numbers in my square bracket, I square everything inside of it. So as a result, I get 4x squared take 25. See how nice and simple and straightforward that is compared to using FOIL, which I would have if I used FOIL. I would have had to do 2x times 2x plus 2x curly x times minus 5 plus 5 times 2x and then minus 5 times 5. So instead of working all this out, I can just go straight to that solution. So that is the selling point of using this difference of two squares method. So that was the expansion method. Now we will look straight away at the factorization. Okay. So now we're going to look at, basically the factorization is just the reverse process of our expansion. So we're looking for an expression of this pattern and trying to end up with a result that looks like this. So with two sets of brackets with the same numbers and just a different sign in between. So if I have a expression that looks like x squared minus 49, all I have to do is just identify, so stick with the color pattern. So all I have to identify is the two square numbers that I'm subtracting from my original expression. So all I need to do is confirm that I have a square number for the first term and then a square number for the second term. So x squared is clearly just x squared, and then 49 is 7 squared. So now that I've confirmed this, all I have to do is place my first number in the first position of my brackets, and then my second number in the second position with just a change of sign between. Okay, so that is nice and straightforward. Okay, so now we'll do some examples. So I want you to expand. Okay, so I want you to expand 3x plus 7 and 3x minus 7. And I want you to factorize so what was my factorization before? Yes. So I want you to factorize 25x squared and minus 81. Okay. So pause the video and give that a go. Okay. So now we're going through the solutions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the expansion. So all I do is I identify what my two numbers are, and I can jump straight to placing them into my square brackets. So I first see I have the same two sets of numbers in the same positions, and I have a minus and a plus in between. So I have a difference of sign. So that means this is a difference of two squares pattern, and I can place these numbers straight into the brackets. So if I square 3x, I square both numbers, so I achieve 9x squared, take 7 squared, which is 49. So that will be the final answer. And then we'll do the factorization question. So all we do for this one is identify what the two squared numbers are. So I'll say I've got a 25x squared. So I know that to achieve, or basically we're trying to find the square root of this term and this term and place it inside my bracket. So if I were to find the square root of 25x squared, I would get 5x, because 5 squared is equal to 25 and x squared is equal to x squared. And then 81 is just 9 squared. So then all I have to do is just fill in my brackets with the first number in each bracket being this front number, the first one, and then the second number comes from the second bracket. Okay. There we go. Cool. So that's all for today. Thank you for listening. I hope you learnt a lot and had as much fun as I did. Okay. See you next time.